morning. It's 6 o'clock, and we're going to start day 4 of our path to success, our 5-day free coaching on our path to success. And I am starting out on the phone this morning. Yesterday, there was a little bit of a technical difficulty because of some internet issues here in Stratford. So I am just going to go right into it on the phone this morning. So we shouldn't have any problem. And I wanted to just get started with a quick meditation. And this meditation is to refresh you on your goals. And that's what I would like you to be doing every morning, actually, is to refresh on your goals. So let's start with a nice, gentle meditation to start with that. And it's just to relax into it, because you cannot force your way into success. So you have to be able to relax enough so that you can allow your inner voice, your inner wisdom, your inner self, your higher self to be present. And you need to be able to relax to do that, to have that come forth. So we'll start with meditation this morning. So just, if you can, again, just sit up nicely and straight so you don't fall asleep. And I always like to have my hands up so that I can receive whatever is available. You will receive anyways, but it is just a traditional yogic practice to make it easier to receive, to have your hands open and just have them resting on your thighs or your lap. And just take a nice breath in through your nose and out. And again. And out. And again. And just give your head just a little swivel. Make sure that any kinks or anything are out. Let your shoulders relax, drop. Let your jaw soften, and you can just let your tongue rest gently in your mouth. Let your eyes just relax. They're not doing anything right now, they're just there. And that little space that's between your eyes, you can just let that uncrease or unfurrow. And you could think to yourself, my head, my face, my shoulders, they feel soft and relaxed. I am at ease. Breathing in and breathing out. And one more big breath in through your nose and out. We're going to do some rapid breathing this morning. So in and out through your nose very rapidly, just like this. Just keep up that breathing, but imagine yourself climbing up a mountain, climbing higher and higher and higher up that mountain, breathing all the way. Getting closer and closer to the top of the mountain, hand over hand, breathing in and out, working hard to reach the top. Closer you get, finally, you're at the top of the mountain. Just allow your breath to start to slow. See yourself at the top of this mountain. You've made it there. You've climbed all the way to the very top. Take a look around and see below you smaller peaks. You're on the very highest peak. Give yourself a sense of achievement. Allow that sense of achievement to fill you as you look at the smaller peaks beneath you that you've passed on your climb. As you stand at the very top of this mountain, fill with a sense of pride. You did it. Breathe in that sense of pride and accomplishment. Stand tall. See yourself with your shoulders back, head held high on top of this mountain. Relax in the knowledge that you can achieve anything. See in your mind's eye the goal that you'd like to achieve in 3 months' time. See it now. See it clearly. Feel the way that you'll feel when you've achieved that goal. See how you'll look. Now imagine yourself having fulfilled a goal from 6 months from now. See that goal. See a goal you want to fulfill and see it fulfilled 6 months from now. Feel how you'll feel. See how you'll look. See it clearly. Now see your goal for 12 months from now. Make this a bigger goal. Make this a goal that includes more than just yourself. See it in great detail. See the people around you. See where you'll be, what you'll look like. See how you'll be living. See how you'll be talking, walking, what you'll be wearing. See that goal. See yourself 12 months from now. Feel how you feel now that it's completed. See yourself completing that goal. What does it feel like? What does it look like? See it clearly. And take a big breath in through your nose and push it out of your mouth. And in through your nose and push it out of your mouth. One last time. Returning back to this space, this room, this place you're sitting. Returning back here with me. Just give yourself a little movement. Feel yourself on your surface. Your hands a shake. And open your eyes. Beautiful. Perfect. So hopefully you were really able to see very clearly, feel very intensely the amazing sense of accomplishment when you are able to complete your goal. And you are able to complete any goal. Any goal that you can see, you can complete. Any goal that you can see, you can have a desire for, you can have faith in, you can make a plan for, you can complete. So it's not magic, it is a process. There are specific steps, and those are them. So you've got to be able to see it. You've got to be able to want it, desire it with all your heart and soul. You've got to have faith in it, and you have to have a plan to get there. And so we've been talking so far this week about the first parts of that, and today we're going to talk about having faith. So I'm going to just remind you who I am. So I'm Fiona Bennett, and I'm a life coach, and that's what I help people do, is to get through these steps, to really immerse yourself in it and to hold people's hand, hold people accountable, to cheer them all along the way, and make sure that you can achieve your goal of becoming an extraordinary person in this extraordinary life, because that's what we're all intended to be doing. Life isn't meant to be just a an existence. Life is meant to be an amazing existence. And so that's my purpose is really uh, being fulfilled when I help others fulfill that. That's I know what I'm meant to be doing, and I love to do it. So I would love to be able to help you do it, to live your extraordinary life, and you can. So today we're going to talk about faith and the fact that that is possible for you. Because a lot of us, I think, believe it's possible for somebody. It's possible for somebody, I know you can do it, but I don't know that I can do it. And so to get from that part, to get over that gap, how do we do that? And sometimes people don't believe it's possible at all, but more often than not, I think they believe it's not possible for them. So we're going to talk about that idea of faith. And I think too, for some people, the word faith becomes an obstacle because it's attached to the idea of religion. And I would like to make a distinction because faith is not religion. So religion is, to my mind, and everyone has their own definition of it, and I respect every person's own definition. I'm not the authority on religion. To me, this is how I'm going to define religion for today, is because my definition of religion has evolved over time, and it may continue to evolve. But for today, my definition of religion really is just an organized institution of understanding, of a way of, I can't even define it, an organized institution of a way of understanding your connection to something more than yourself. And different people have taken that and put it a lot of structure around it. So Christianity has put one structure, Judaism has put another structure, the Muslim faith has put another structure, Islam has put another structure, and there's so many. Mennonite community has put another structure. There's so many different structures that have been put around this idea of a connection that people are longing for to something more than themselves. And to my mind, that's what religion is. It's just a structure that goes around it. And so I'm not really talking about that. I'm not talking about the structure, all of those rules that go along with a connection to something more than yourself. My belief is that we do have a connection to something more than ourselves. And in my world, I call that God. You will hear me use all different terms. You will hear me use source, universe, and God. Mother Earth, Father God. You will hear me use all different kinds of terms because I think all different kinds of people feel comfortable with it in all different terms. However, for myself, I believe that we have a connection to something bigger than ourselves. And if you don't acknowledge there is a connection to something bigger than yourselves, I think you're missing out on a big part of life. That's my belief. And everyone is entitled to their own. So whether you want to call it God or the universe or divine source is totally up to you. Whatever makes you comfortable. Faith, for me, is just simply the belief in something that exists without a shadow of a doubt. And so there are some things that are just true. And there are some things that, I know, for example, that the sun is going to come up today. And I know then the sun is going to go down this evening. Now, if I talk to a scientist, they're going to, correct me and the sun is not going up and down. I get that. But just for terminology, the sun is going to come up and the sun is going to go down. And I know that. I also know that energy is everywhere and that we are all energy. And that's something that wasn't always known, but it is absolutely true. So I have faith in that. I have faith that I am a part of that. So I know those things to be absolute. And I also have absolute faith that if I imagine something and hold it as something that I want, I can create it because it is also energy. And energy is something that can take form. So I know that I don't necessarily have to understand all of those things for them to be true. I don't have to understand, exactly how energy takes this form of me. And I don't have to understand exactly how energy takes the form of a pillow or my shirt or my thought can become a thing, but it absolutely can. And people who are very successful know that. Henry Ford knew that. He knew that his thought would become a car. And Thomas Edison knew that his thought would become a light bulb. And Tesla knew his thought would become an electric car. And, Bill Gates knew his thought would become a computer. And, we have thoughts that become something. And whether your thought is going to become a physical thing or not, my thoughts become someone manifesting a successful relationship in their lives, or my thoughts might become someone starting a business, or my thoughts might become someone becoming a much more healthy parent. My thoughts might become someone learning how to communicate better with their boss and getting that promotion. And so my thoughts become people learning how to achieve their goals. My thoughts might become someone, making their first $1 million or their second or 10th $1 million. So my thoughts become those things. And they become those things in my own life, right? So our thoughts become what we want them to become. And so we can imagine ourselves, whatever it is that we are wanting to achieve. And that's what faith is the understanding that that is possible. So Roger Bannister, for example, had faith that he could run a 4-minute mile. That was faith that did that. He imagined it was possible, and then it became possible. Now, does it become possible because of magic? No, faith is not magic. Faith is not magic. Manifesting is not magic. And that's something that I take umbrage at when people talk about manifesting as if it is a wishing and magical. It is magical. The results are magical. The process is magical. It's all magical. Life is magical, but there's hard work involved. So faith, yes, faith is a part of that magical process, but faith also requires persistence and work. You can develop, everyone can have faith, everyone can have it. It requires some persistence to develop. It's a habit. So when we talk about people who are positive personalities and negative personalities, yes, some people have faith by nature. You know those people. You know, they're just filled with faith, and usually they're filled with light and they're just a joy to be around. There are those people, right? You walk into a room and you find one of those people and you're like, "Oh my goodness, I just don't want to leave." because they light up the room, they warm up a space, and people gravitate to people who are filled naturally with faith. They are they attract people. Whereas faithless people, um, tend to repel others because they are pessimistic and doubting and um, negative by nature. So that's not an easy nature to spend time with. So that's more the person in the room that people would tend to be avoidant of. That doesn't mean that they're not amazing, kind, loving people. It means that that isn't the same vibration that is there, right? So, can you develop that though? Of course you can. Of course you can. It's a habit. So, if it's not your nature to have a positive attitude and be faith filled, you can develop it just like you can develop anything else. It's just a habit. So, the habit of faith is developed through a few things. And one of them is through meditative practice. And meditative practice is a way of going in to do any number of things. One is to relax, and the other is to visualize. And when we visualize, what we're doing is we're imagining whatever we want, but we're imagining, in this case, what we desire to be true as if it is already true. And so you're putting into action, into the universe, and into yourself a belief that it is possible and that it already has happened. And so, in the very first day, we talked about doing a meditation in the morning and a visualization in the evening. And a part of that visualization in the evening is to instill into you the faith that it is possible, that it is happening. So, into our subconscious, to instill that this is true, it's real. So, that is a part of a habit form that we are giving ourselves a message through repetition and through visualization that it is possible for me. So that's a habit that needs to happen every single day. So by that visualization and meditation process, you are training your mind to believe that it is true. So that is key. So every single morning, you set it up, and every single night, you reinforce. So meditation, visualization, and repetition. The other way is through affirmations. So affirmations is one way of describing it. Another way would be reprogramming or self-fulfilling. And those things that we're doing are really giving yourself the message again that this is possible for me. So you're training yourself to have faith. Have faith in yourself. Believe this. Believe in yourself. Now, the thing with affirmations is like a catch 22 because if you don't believe it, then it won't work. So you're training yourself to believe it, but if you don't believe it, it won't work. So you have to be very thoughtful in the affirmations that you choose. So saying something like, I am, um, if you're, let's say you're trying to lose 50 pounds, I am, um, I am thin is not going to work because you are in your mind not thin, are you? You don't believe you're thin, but I am um, I am working on a healthy, fit body that I love, that you can say, right? I am working on it is absolutely true. And then gradually the affirmation can change to I have a healthy, fit body that I love. So, as things progress and as the person becomes stronger and stronger, and as they see the result, they can start to change the affirmation. With help, they can actually start to change the affirmation as it gets reinforced, and they can learn different ways of doing that. But start with something that you absolutely believe. Use words that are comfortable, or they will get rejected. So you can't put something in that's going to get rejected. Your subconscious has to believe what you're saying for it to stay. So you want it to stay in your subconscious. That's the whole point. So say things that are believable in order to believe it. Um, that absolutely counter the things that you want to change. So it's a bit of a skill, and that's where a life coach um, can really be of assistance, because there are definitely things that you need to get removed. You need those negative, um, doubting things to be removed in order for faith to be instilled. And the things that get put in, there has to be new things put in. The things that get put in need to be selectively, carefully chosen so that they do stay, so that they're effective. So repetition, affirmations, visualization, and meditation are absolutely key ways for um, us to have amazing, strong faith in ourselves. Anyone can develop faith, anyone. And the other thing is to stay persistent and consistent. So, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are we. So, these things take time. So, affirmations, visualization, meditation, these things take time. So, when you start to do them, often I'll hear, clients will say, affirmations just don't work for me. They just don't work for me. Well, no, they do not just work for you in a week or even in a month. You've spent a lifetime telling yourself, um, subconsciously, unconsciously, negative stories and negative statements about who you are and what you can and cannot do. So, affirmations are not going to just work like that. They're not. So, if the ones that you're working with right now are feeling really uncomfortable, then yes, say something. Say, like, I don't like these. I know they just don't feel right. I don't like them. I just don't like them. Great. Let's find something that feels more um, fit for you, but they are not going to just work like presto changeo. They take time and they take consistency. Perseverance is an essential skill when you're doing anything, and certainly when you're trying to develop a new habit. When you're trying to change an old habit and implement a new habit, you need patience. So, patience, perseverance, repetition, those are really key in anything. But when you're trying to develop faith in yourself, it's going to take a little bit of time. So that's it for today. I hope that you have an amazing day, a wonderful, wonderful day. I actually have a fantastic feeling that you will. I have total faith in it, and I have total faith in you. So have a fabulous day, and I hope that you will join me tomorrow. And tomorrow is the very last day of this particular series. If you have liked hearing this, listening to this, and you would like some more information, if you would like, maybe to even talk one to one, if you'd like to work together, I would love that. That's my joy, is to work with people. So if you would like to work with me, then please reach out, give me a shout at lifelearningstrategies.com or at bennett.lifelearningstrategies@gmail.com. My name's Fiona Bennett, and I'm putting these on YouTube, so you can always subscribe at wherever the button is, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you like this video and any other videos, feel free to watch. I think there's a little bell or something there too. You can push it and you can always get notified of any videos as soon as they come out. And I would love if you wanted to do that. That would be fantastic. And give me any comments. It would be great if you wanted to do that too, so I know what you're thinking. If you have any suggestions, if you have any questions, I will get back to every single person and answer them. Okay? Have a beautiful day.